as has been said, this is the start of the journey. Organization like Cawee has taken it. Partners like Oxfam, Femnet, and the EU had been our close supporters. And now we are getting more partners on board, which will keep us more strategic. So from our discussion, what I was able to see was there are different actors who are going to play their respective roles. The government has its own role. The private sector should be, I believe, the lead role. Taking the lead role, the chamber, the trade promotion organizations like ours, associations of women in business, others, because this is going to be our obligation, empowering our women, advocating on their behalf, and also equipping them to be able to speak themselves. The CSOs, as Dr. Gazang had been saying, are watchdogs, but beyond that, they also add their voices to us, so that we can better be heard. So the women entrepreneurs themselves, I believe they have a role. It has been quite well said. If we are given the opportunity that 30% is given after a year, actually, amendment of proclamation is not an easy process. It might take us, if we are wishing it, probably 2 to 3 years in very short terms. Otherwise, we have seen it takes years. But still, we'll continue to shout. But again, I think that this will be the role of the private sector. The chamber and organizations like us should be able to build the capacities of our women so that either individually in company basis, they can be suppliers, or jointly. Because there are so many, like now, if I take an example to you, the Addis Ababa administration had a tender for uniform. For school uniforms. No single woman had the opportunity. It had its own processes, and they were trying to compete. They weren't able to do it because of many different reasons, which I can't disclose now. But again, there are capable organizations, garment and textile organizations, that can jointly come together and supply. So either individually or jointly, they can be able doing it. Of women that can supply, so that they expand their production base. They are able to supply the quality standard products and services, so that there won't be any complaint. And they might not think that because they are women, they have generously given it to them, which we don't want that. But we want capable women to be the competitors for each and every tender. So we know that each one of us, as I said, the different actors have roles to play. We can complement our own efforts. We can mobilize our own resources and add more voices to each one of us. So for me, I'm really happy. This is our first event, bringing 4 different ambassadors from quite 4 different areas. The CSO, Dr. Gazang, I don't know where I can put you, Kabrat. Either social enterprise and also his own enterprise. The bank, definitely private sector. And our organization, we call ourselves trade promotion organizations. Definitely we are the private sector as well. So we're really happy. The issue mentioned, how are we going to do it? Who is going to do it? We had been talking about it. How we're going to do it, when we're going to do it. Ato Kabrat had been mentioning we really need to have, and Toshibashi was also saying, we need to have strategic plans. We need to have action plans on how we're going to go about it. So Cawee will continue taking a lead role. We're thinking of adding some more influential celebrities and important figures to be part of our. So we'll continue inviting our ambassadors, requests for their guidance on how we're going to go about it, because we're thinking of meeting our legislators. The key is there. Our parliamentarians, our executors, the agency team, the procurement agency team. So we need, in consultation with our ambassadors, that is why we want them. We'll get more advice on how strategic we should be, what needs to be done, which needs to be given priority, So as per that, we'll continue working on that. But again, I'm really happy today. I really thank our young presenters. We have energetic and young team. We also have a man, Solomon, who already went engaged in many different activities. But again, bringing more men allies on board, which we believe when we are calling meetings like those, half will be men and women, so that women and men are there to add voices for women's causes like this one, women in SMEs accessing public procurement. I believe we will be better heard because we are living in the men's world. Honestly speaking, we are living in the men's world. It's only very few prominent women that we are seeing now in positions. And the question is how influential they are in their respective positions now, even though despite the situation being the men's world. But again, we are lucky we also have very many men allies that really have very good heart in promoting our causes. So I'm really excited. I'm so happy. And thank you for the time. All of you had been extremely busy. But again, for such a noble cause, you have joined us. I sincerely thank you very much.